everybody's looking for the edge. Everybody, doesn't matter, what sport that you play, everybody's looking for the edge on their competitors. And the Marc Pro gives us that edge over our competitors, because by using it, we're going to have a better recovered team going into the next game. Hi, my name is Jim McCrossin. I'm the head athletic trainer and strength and conditioning coach for the Philadelphia Flyers, and I use the Marc Pro. Recovery is a big factor. We've been using the Marc Pro for about 1.5 years now, and it's helping us get through the rigors of the NHL growing season and the playoff season. In the NHL, the playoffs are a grind, and it's the team that can stay the healthiest, and and has that depth behind them that's gonna go ahead and carry on. It's always you play the best of 7. Your goal is to win it in 4 of that series, because then you get a rest. But if you have to go 7 games, that body's taking a wear and tear, because you're playing almost every other night. And you remember, you're traveling. After that second game, boom, you're traveling to your opponent's rink, and you're going to play every other night there. And again, recovery is important. And now that it has a shortened season, but a much more intense season, we're going to need to keep our boys fully recovered and to keep them healthy. And what better device than the Marc Pro? I feel that the Marc Pro helps reduce the risk of an injury, because it helps our boys recover quicker. And when fatigue sets in, you're going to be more predisposed to an injury. And again, what we're looking to do is help them recover that much quicker. By using the Marc Pro after a game, on the bus, on the train, or on a plane, or giving it to them to take home, it's an ideal way to help them facilitate that recovery. When a player is fully recovered and not working in a fatigue state, and when they have adequate time to train, they can push themselves to a higher level. When you're in a fatigue state, you're unable to do that. But when you're in a recovered state, you're able to go ahead and take it up to the next level, and you're creating a better athlete, because you're getting a much stronger athlete. When you have a much stronger and rested athlete, the risk of injury is minimized. One time I can truly remember that the Marc Pro stood out is when you go into overtime. You're going into 1 overtime, 2 overtimes, then you go into the 3rd overtime. Some players have logged almost 40 minutes and for one game, and it's time for recovery. And I can remember one of our players saying how dog tired they were after the game, and how they're going to fully recover. And obviously you start everything about the nutrition and hydration, and being able to put the Marc Pro on them, take it home, and the next day they came in and said how good they felt. He truly believed that the Marc Pro helped, and so do I. And that's the biggest testament about the Marc Pro, is that the word of mouth coming from the player themselves saying, hey, this helped me, this thing worked. And from then on, they were a believer. After every game, after every practice, boom, the Marc Pro, where's it at? You have a mad dash from the other players, what's going on here? And all of a sudden, 1 starts to 2, 2 starts to 4, then it escalates, and you have 10, 15, 20 guys using the Marc Pro, which is phenomenal.